So, um, I gotta be honest, I was so busy last year, I don't even remember filming it, but I'm gonna check it out on IMDb, relive some old memories, and watch the trailer, give you my thoughts. Here we go. Dark Brigade. The Long Haul. Whoa. My bad, guy. I'm not in this movie. Charlie Wright.
Roderick, the love of my life, portrayed by Devin Bostick in the first 3 Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. These 3 movies are no doubt a part of your childhood as they were for mine. These movies snapped, each and every one of them. Roderick Rules is one of the greatest movies ever made. It's held in the same museum as the Mona Lisa because it's so insanely beautiful. It straight up radiates godlike energy. We got 3 Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies from 2010 to 2012, each showcasing adolescence in its own light. The trilogy ended on a strong, fun note that every single person in the entire world was okay with. Even the original writer and creator was fine with it. Everyone was glad it ended on a good note. People were safe, families rejoiced and prospered for years, crops grew even better than they did before, everyone had peace and love, it was beautiful. And then the dark day came. In 2017, a trailer for the 4th movie dropped, sparking massive outrage amongst fans and people with brains. Famine soon increased, stocks dropped, there was a worldwide panic over the new cast, and rightfully so. The new cast was a massive downgrade. Everyone called them freaking great value versions, and they are correct. They somehow got the main kid that plays Greg to look younger than the original Greg, yet the new one was older, which makes no sense. What? Huh? They took Rowley and cut him in half. They took Roderick and made him a Beavis and Butthead type character. They took the parents and just, I don't know really. They didn't really do much with them. They are beyond forgettable. It makes me sad that this movie even exists. It contains the original editors, the original directors, and the original writers, yet not the same cast. Of course, the cast aged, so they couldn't really do another with the old one, but having the entire crew around the cast be the same makes a movie feel very weird. It's like it's unaware that it's different in any way. It just goes on with its life, acting like everything is fine, and that really grinds my gears. Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul is a 2017 sci-fi horror starring a bunch of nerds. I can bet the cast are all incredible, nice people in real life. I just want to preface that. This isn't a diss against them in any way, shape, or form. The hate they've gotten, especially against Roderick, is incredibly over the top. They're just trying to make a living in this world, and that's fine. That being said, they are wrongfully casted. I feel like everyone here could have shined in a movie that just wasn't this. Especially the guy that plays Roderick. He just craps on the name that is Roderick Heffley. This is just not Roderick. If he played maybe a character in a Beavis and Butthead live action movie, then maybe he would be alright. But it just doesn't fit here. It just doesn't fit at all, and it's more annoying than anything. There is no reason to even make this movie. Why would you make your 4th movie on the 9th book? That's just being bad at math. Is it because that the 9th book is the only book where it's a road trip and you don't really have to focus on building your world and characters and, side characters like the other movies? Or is it because family road trip movies are incredibly easy money, and that's why there's thousands and thousands of them, 98% of which are very mediocre? Or is it because you were just lazy? I mean, yeah, it's probably all of those. I legit almost puked while watching this movie. I had to pause and rewatch the originals just to keep my sanity, because this movie just has a very weird energy. Nothing flows together, nothing feels genuine, and the new Roderick is absolutely headache-inducing. I'm not trying to let my rage blind me, but dude, nothing gets me more angry than lazy family films. I can admit that the originals had very messy messy editing and directing, but God, they have such a special element to them. The cast was absolutely perfect, and I think everyone can agree. Like, you agree that the cast was perfect. I'm looking at you, Samantha. The cast was amazing. Here, it just feels wrong. It always feels wrong. Let's try to jump into the plot and see if there's anything redeemable in the deep end, but the plot is just so shallow. So the movie begins with an introduction to our favorite family. It acts like we've always known this exact cast and just works off it like it's a direct sequel and not a bad reboot. The family goes to a country yee-haw version of Chuck E. Cheese, and we see Greg watching a YouTuber on his phone. I just got the biggest sigh in the world, dude. The most massive sigh in the world. I hate that the plot of this movie has the inclusion of a fake YouTuber so much. It basically shows off the old Let's Play style of YouTuber, yet this is a movie in 2017, pretty much 4 years after Let's Plays hit their peak. But yo, go off, I guess. We then see how this Greg kid can act, and it's not good. Is not good. We also meet the discounted Rowley, who's in the movie for literally 3 minutes, because this movie was too embarrassed to include him more. We also meet the forgettable parents and the brother.
If I go, will he give me money to fix my van?
And I hate him already. Greg is then tasked to go on a rescue mission for his little brother in the tubes, and when he comes out of the tubes, he's touching a diaper and people laugh at him and film him.
It's a diaper! It's a diaper! It's a diaper! It's a diaper! I knew we shouldn't have come here.
And that's the opening gag. The opening reason to why this wimpy kid is so wimpy. Instead, this doesn't show anything like the originals and doesn't make him seem wimpy in any way. It makes him seem like a freaking loser. Compare the opening insult in Roderick Rules to this.
Greg Heffley, this is your mother. Everything is going to be okay, and your father is going to come rescue you. I repeat, everything is going to be okay.
Man, Greg was being so embarrassed in front of everyone by his parents. He seems mad, but also sad in Roderick Rules. No one is making him look like a complete worthless loser. He still seems like an actual person, an actual kid that's being embarrassed. Like you could relate to this kid when you were a kid watching this. It's just so embarrassing. Here, you don't care for the kid, because he has zero backbone. This is not a relatable situation or anything. You just feel like he's not a person. That's it. Like, if I was 10, I'd beat this nerd up. Come on! So the filming of this tragedy goes viral, and it becomes a 2014 iFunny meme. Not Roderick comes in to tell him that in the most annoying and disgusting way possible.
I love to stick around with you losers, but I gotta forward this to everyone I know.
So Not Greg plans on meeting a YouTuber in person so they can then collab and he won't be made fun of. Yes, that's really an aspect in this movie that matters. The family then sets out on their road trip. They try to use technology and then the mom takes their phones away. Notice how there are no headrests on the parents' car seats. They are on a 48-hour road trip and they don't have headrests. Huh? Bro, your neck is gonna ache, bro. Oh, your neck. Oh, kiss your neck goodbye. So she takes their phones away and Not Roderick does more annoying things.
I'm not giving up my phone.
Yeah, if he's not giving up his phone, I'm not giving up mine.
And he's not giving up, I'm not giving mine up. Who do you think you are bossing us around? Worst mom ever!
I hate you. I actually just hate you, dude. We then see how boring and drab the dad is. As compared to the insane performance from Steven Zahn in the originals, the dad in this movie is literally just cardboard.
No. I gotta check the route.
No you don't. We have GPS. And if that fails...
Then you go back to the real dad of the Heffleys and he's literally stealing every scene. I mean, at one point he gets out of an awkward situation by looking at his watch, but he looks at the wrong arm and it's such a great gag. What does this new dad do? He makes you yawn. That's it. The kids are then tasked to get groceries and Not Roderick speaks without moving his mouth.
Divide and conquer.
They all arrive at a motel. The motel is classically gross, and Not Greg somehow pisses off another dad at the motel, which starts this entire dynamic of him constantly getting chased and making the Not Heffley's trip awful. I don't care. Not Greg then sneaks technology from the car, which is like massively important. So important. I'm so invested. He was a skater girl. I said see you later, girl. Eventually they leave the motel and go to Yeehaw Rootin' Tootin' Country Fair, and they win a pig. Hehehe. Not Greg then changes the map of the road trip and sends him to a gaming convention. This is where Not Greg tries to be filmed next to the YouTuber guy, but of course the mom catches them and they're killed. Eventually back on the road trip they all lose their luggage and stuff, and that other dad takes it, so they hunt him down and they kill him. Not Greg skyrockets through the air on a boat and to his grandma's house, and that's the end. That's the end of the movie. They were all trying to get to their grandma's house. A grandma you didn't ever see in the movie until the last 3 minutes. And there's a big action scene at the end. I hate it. The plot sucks. I don't care about it. They take the wholesome, loving adolescence teachings of Diary of a Wimpy Kid and turn it into a really bad action road trip movie with the most shallow understanding of families. Rather than giving you any scene whatsoever that shows these people know each other, like actually make them seem like they're a family, they just say they care when they get sad, and you're just like, shut up. Shut up. You're not a family. You don't know each other. The Not Heffleys are just a chore. You could have called this any other movie in the world. Making this connected to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid franchise makes zero sense in the slightest. In each of the original movies, Greg would learn something. He learned how to be a better friend, a better brother, a better son. Every single time he would grow. In this movie, Not Greg is always worried about something without ever challenging something. He doesn't learn anything. He gives a shallow understanding of family at the end because his mom gets sad, and that's it. I haven't even mentioned yet that this entire movie straight up rips off a Goofy movie, like 100% to the T. You have an adolescent trying to show himself as someone cool and not a loser, so he takes advantage of a family road trip. The road trip makes sure that there's no technology in sight. This angers the kid, and they go to a motel where the kids then plan to change the destination on the map without telling their parents. You also have a big hairy dude causing them trouble. The family then visits a country stop. Once the kid reaches the destination, he sneaks into the famous person's area to be on screen with him. Tell me I'm wrong, because it's clear as day. Maybe the book ripped it off, but God, it's much more noticeable in the film. Overall, I hate this movie. It tarnishes the name of the original movies that I was so fond of growing up. I had the first 3 books, and I've had them since I was little, and they still hold up. Greg is always portrayed as a sarcastic jerk, someone who's not kind, and someone who thinks he's better than everyone. That's not shown in the new movie. None of the characters are like their book counterparts. It's just not Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Roderick in the originals was a showstopper. He was dumb, but it wasn't forced. It made you smile. The way he would move around each scene was just so classy, but also so clunky. Here, his dumbness is beyond forced, to the point where you can't tell if he's a parody of himself.
Cursive?
Cursive?
The reason this pisses me off so much is that it acts like everything's okay. They do the exact same opening shot as the originals, and some of the exact same plot points.
There's a video game drummer competition, just like Rock Band, and I think the prize is about $1,000.
$1,000?
Westmore is absolutely packed to the roof with talent.
The top prize is $1,000.
They literally rehash themselves, but worse. There's no effort being made here. Screw this movie, screw the corporate dunderheads taking advantage of family movies. Not my Roderick for life. Peace out.